Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start by saying how genuinely sorry I am that I can't be with you in person. But needless to say, I'm pleased to have been re-elected and I'm absolutely delighted to remain Childcare Minister. NDNA events really have been a highlight of my time in government so far, because from talented practitioners and local authority officials to lobbyists and campaigners, I've met a huge number of truly dedicated individuals in the sector. It'll be a huge pleasure and a great privilege to continue working with all of you. Certainly from my perspective, it's felt like our commitment to giving working parents 30 hours of free childcare a week has hardly left the front pages over the last few weeks. I'm sure many of you will have seen this coverage, and I know you will have questions to ask and observations and suggestions on how we deliver this commitment. That's why one of my top priorities is to listen to the sector as we continue to consider our options and make decisions over the coming months. I want us to tap into your experience and your expertise so that our commitments don't just make life easier for working parents and their children, but also work for providers. Because I know that we all have a shared aim, and that's for the best possible start in life for every child in the country, no matter their background or family circumstances. But I also know that we have to think practically about how we realize that vision. And that's something we can only achieve in consultation with the sector, the people who know their own businesses and their own communities best. I'm excited to see the kind of impressive, innovative thinking I've seen so far continue. The kind of thinking that means parents can choose the right childcare options for their unique circumstances, safe in the knowledge that their children are in an expert pair of hands. I think a big part of my job is to make sure the government does everything it can to ensure the sector is in the right place to be able to innovate and think flexibly. That's why we have committed to increase the average childcare funding rates paid to providers. I'm pleased that we'll be conducting a review of funding starting before this summer. We want to deliver value for money to the taxpayer, but we also want to make sure that providers across the country are being paid fairly for their hard work. Of course, I also welcome the NDNA's 2015 Workforce Survey. I know its findings will be the subject of much debate during this year's conference. A high-quality workforce is vital to the future of the profession, and one of my priorities is to make sure nurseries can recruit the staff they need. Again, I am sorry I can't be there in person to answer your questions, of which I'm sure there are plenty, but I'm committed to creating as many opportunities for discussion as possible as a new childcare bill works its way through Parliament and as we start to implement our manifesto promises. I look forward to working closely with you in the future. Thank you.